So as most of you know, the other day Electronic Arts revealed Battlefield 5. I will say, the way they revealed the game was very strange, spending about a half an hour discussing the game before actually showing the first footage. But anyway, that's besides the point. One of the biggest surprises in my opinion is the launch date, which is October 19th, which is a week after Call of Duty Black Ops 4 releases and a week before Red Dead Redemption 2 launches. I find this extremely strange considering Electronic Arts will be competing against Rockstar Games, their first game in 5 years, their first game made specifically for this current console generation, and their first game since delivering the most profitable entertainment product ever, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. Additionally, it was just last year when Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed for the first time, being moved from fall of 2017 to spring 2018, in which Electronic Arts CFO Blake Jorgensen discussed with investors how that delay would help them, specifically saying, "So I don't think it bothers us, but it excites us," I'd say instead. And you might remember, no Red Dead Redemption 2 that was originally in the plans for our third quarter, fourth quarter of the calendar year. So that does open up a little bit of opportunity, I think, for everybody. Electronic Arts wasn't the only one happy about the original delay. Ubisoft CFO Alain Martinez spoke to their investors saying clearly the fact that there is no Red Dead Redemption is a positive for our fiscal year 2018. This is something that we had taken into our financial assumptions. So the absence of that game is of course giving us a better window for the launch of some of our games. Now, as some of you may recall, we discussed Rockstar's interesting release date choice back when it was revealed in early February, in which I said this fall would be very different. We've already seen how nervous some developers and publishers are. Some big games like Metro Exodus and Days Gone have been moved out of 2018, probably because of how crowded it is, and the fear of being drowned out by some of the bigger, more mainstream franchises like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Black Ops 4. So I put out a tweet the other day pointing out Electronic Arts' interesting choice, and a lot of the reactions were that people would buy both or all three of the big games coming in October, but I think many people often forget the average consumer is not picking up multiple games, it's just one. Say what you want, but none of these franchises, Call of Duty or Battlefield, has had to go up against a giant like Rockstar Games. We've already seen what Activision chose to do with Black Ops 4 by launching the game in early October instead of the typical early November release, getting a 2-week head start on Red Dead Redemption 2, and with EA's choice to launch right in between Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2, it's a bold decision. Right now, based on the first trailer for Battlefield 5, the reaction has not been very positive, with a lot of people not liking the World War II setting and a number of other things. I just have to believe that Electronic Arts is smart enough to know how the reaction would be, which is why I just don't understand the release date. One interesting thing with that October 19th date is I believe this will be the first time Battlefield releases after Call of Duty. Almost always it's been the other way around. Certainly this fall things are going to be different, and I seriously wonder if all three of the big October releases will be extremely successful. Unfortunately, Electronic Arts has a horrendous reputation right now. I will say the monetization plans sound pretty okay for Battlefield 5, but they need to tread lightly, especially with what happened last year with Battlefront 2. For now though, I think Battlefield 5 is in the most trouble and should fear Red Dead Redemption 2, because this is what I call a risky decision that could blow up in their face, especially if the game is not well received. Look, in the past, Battlefield and Call of Duty have always topped the charts in sales, but they just have never had to deal with the Rockstar Games factor. Even with Grand Theft Auto 5 when it originally came in September of 2013, it was about a month away from Battlefield. With everything so cramped together this fall, it's going to be interesting. I think if you look to September, you also recognized how cramped it is becoming, and that's because a lot of the other big games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Spider-Man want to get a head start. Either way, there's a number of other things that will decide who buys what game. It seems all three of the big October games will have a battle royale mode of some sort, and I do wonder if this could change things up based on how hot that trend is right now. Some people say that each of these three games attract different audiences, and I agree to an extent, as I feel the typical hardcore fans will come out for each title as usual, but the more casual gamers will be the wild card, and that's the bulk of players. Ultimately, it's going to be a showdown, and right now Red Dead Redemption 2 seems to be pushing pushing the boundaries of the open world genre. This is a game that Rockstar has been working on for 8 years now, and the details about this game that have come out makes it seem like this is truly something we have never experienced yet, which is why I think easily this is the front runner game. And Battlefield 5, unfortunately featuring a World War II setting a year after Call of Duty, is not going over well with a lot of fans, and that's why I think Electronic Arts is playing with fire by going with October 19th. Anyway, this is just my opinion, and I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for more videos like this, and remember, Outlaws to the end.